It's morning. Good morning, YouTube. It's Music Therapy Laz. I'm having breakfast here in my incognito uniform with my NAMM badge. Wearing it backwards. We'll see what happens. So I'm having breakfast here, as you can tell. I should grab this from this side. Look at that. Breakfast of champions here. Bagel, pancakes, eggs, some queso, some potatoes, yeah, some fruit, a couple cups of coffee. So had a fun time with the Mancuda crowd last night. We ate and drank and were merry, as they say. And it was a lot of fun. It was like meeting up with old friends, you know, like people you haven't seen since high school or something. And I'm missing Roxy and Ladani, my two loves. Well, they're not my only two loves, because I have my daughter as well and my family and whatnot. But yeah, they're the ones I have around all the time, right? And I miss them. So I fell asleep last night watching other YouTube videos of people out here, as well as what else did I do? I think I was doing that, watching a little bit of TV. I think they had The Mummy on TV. I didn't find any shows, and by the time after I picked up the Krispy Kreme's donuts that I posted a picture of on Instagram, I was out. It was already like almost midnight, right? So I could have tried to find a show or something, but I figured I'm going to be driving back to San Francisco, maybe later tonight. I might stay another day. Depends on what happens, right? More than likely, I'm gonna drive back late tonight. Get home like in the wee hours. We'll see how this whole thing goes today, because I'm gonna try to get it on the floor, look at some stuff. Usually Sunday is pretty tame, so might have a chance. And if not, then I'll just go to the SoCal Guitar Show and hang out with the Coons gang some more. I'm not sure who else is going. I think JJ's going. Some of the other guys that were at dinner last night. And then I wouldn't mind going to another store, like maybe going to a big guitar center or something like that over here. I did the Norman's thing. That was cool, but you know, I could spend a week in that store. I picked up that Brian May guitar because I figured I haven't seen that anywhere, so I haven't been able to pick that up anywhere. So it was really nice to be able to pick that up. And that was the not the high-end signature model. That's like a couple grand or so, but this is that. I think it's made in Indonesia or Korea. Probably Indonesia. Should have looked, but I've seen other reviews, and that thing is a great guitar, really. Ebony fretboard, really unique voicings. You can switch up those voicings. I mean, those little switches are all in the right place, you know. Unlike a Jaguar or some other guitars that have those kinds of switches for pickups. Those are right there at your hand, so you don't have to think as much, you know. But for some people, I think most people would rather have push-pull or push-push, like I have on my Henning Foley signature. Thank you, Henning. Push-push rocks. But visually, it's hard to see which position you're in with push-push, whereas with this, you can see it, right? Even though it's black. In the dark, it might be harder, right? Well, the bottom line is that guitar has a lot of selection capabilities, and you can get some really cool tones and some of that out of phase stuff. The volume knob's at the very bottom, so the top knob is a tone knob, the bottom knob is a volume knob. So normally I'm used to it being the other way around, right? So that's kind of would be hard to get used to. I'd almost want to rewire that just so I can use the volume knob. But I guess the way Brian May uses it, you know, he gets under it, the bottom, so maybe you can just get used to that. except for my Strat style guitars, really, you know, the ones that have the Strat pickup set up. Most of the knobs are not that close anyway, right? So it's a cool guitar. Had a nice feeling neck. Well built. I mean, I didn't have any issues with it outside. It just came out of the box the day before, and strings were not really stretched out yet. It wasn't really, you know, staying in tune great because I didn't stretch the strings really. I assumed, you know, that they might have stretched them out or something, so it kept going out of tune a little bit. But yeah, there was no pinging going on, no dead notes or anything anywhere. It was a nice guitar, and interesting feeling neck. Like I was saying, it's kind of like a I don't know. It seemed like it was a compound neck. Kind of more C up top, and then as you go, you know, down by the headstock, more C-shaped, and as you go toward the neck, more D-shaped. So kind of like a compound neck. I'd buy one if I had $800 to blow right now. I just love to have one of his signature guitars. He's one of my favorite guitarists when it comes to tone. He's one of my favorites. I loved how he used you know, harmonizer or octave effects. I think he's probably one of the first guitarists to really like double up on top of his guitar using harmonies like that as a single player. I mean, bands often did that, right? But the way he did that, doubling kind of in the studio, they doubled effects, or doubled the guitars that way. And it sounds awesome. And you can do that with pedals now, right? Get that out of phase kind of sound that he's got going on. Oh, I think we've got music in the background that I might have to turn this off because so I'll get strike. Oh no, that's some other kind of, is that the breakfast bell? No, someone's playing some music, so maybe it was just a ringtone. Anyway, hopefully that doesn't cause a copyright strike or some issue. I had a couple of those already. For obvious reasons, the Star Wars one that I put up in the music therapy playlist, the music therapy one, where I have a friend whose kid's got Asperger's syndrome, and music like helps him so much. He actually arranged and directed. You know, he was the conducted this symphony, the Berkeley School over here in California's Berkeley College in Berkeley, California, yeah. Anyway, I'm just laughing at some of the stuff last night. That guy Courtney, he was sitting right next to Mancuda's gal, and next to Johnny Bean. The character, freaking, I gotta look him up, see what he's doing, because he's funny. Very energetic guy. Reminding me of when I was young. I was kind of a smart ass like that too, and well, I wasn't as flamboyant as that guy. He was hilarious. Anyway, what was I talking about? Anyway, yeah, the Brian May guitar. So it's a nice guitar. So yeah, I'm gonna take a screenshot. Make sure I'm doing this right. Throw that up on Instagram. Wearing my Stealth D&M Drive hat, by the way, and I got the Stealth badge of honor from Dan and Mick at that pedal show, and I got this. Look, the you know what blocker pedal pin, my pledge pin, your pledge pin. If you guys haven't seen the movie, I'm gonna keep referencing movies. If you haven't seen Animal House yet in your life, you haven't lived. Movie from the 70s. John Belushi. Kevin Bacon when he was like barely a man. So I don't know how long I can keep this vlog going without boring you guys to death. Anyway, Anaheim's nice, man. Right now it's nice weather. Thin little fluffy clouds out there. It's gonna be sunny. Man, this LA area is just huge, right? If you've ever been out here, it's like urban sprawl, like Babylon or something. I don't know. It's crazy. There's always traffic unless you like. The only time you can go out on the highway and there's no traffic is like 5 a.m. on a Sunday. And I've done that before, believe it or not. So I know. And then you'll drive through these clouds that look like fog, but it's not fog. They're clouds of pollution that is called smog, right? So it is actually smog because it looks like fog, but it's polluted air, like it's wet polluted fog, but it's polluted, and it has this dank kind of sweet, weird kind of smell. I drove through some yesterday on the way in, and that's an experience that, you know, where else you can experience that but in LA, maybe. Maybe China right now, right? Hong Kong or somewhere. Well, maybe more in an industrial city. But anyway, because of the traffic, man, it's all the cars. I mean, if we would just all go to, you know, we can run everything on batteries now. And yeah, there's a risk to that as well. But I'm sure we can find a way to reconstitute those materials after they're depleted, right? So these things are all chemicals. We just have to figure out how to use the chemicals in a way that doesn't hurt our environment. So I think it's just a matter of wills, and I think it's also a matter of power. And those who have the power right now that hold the reins of, I'm going to get all political on you guys, that hold the reins of power on a lot of these kinds of decisions. And I'm talking about people with big money that can invest money. And I'm talking billions and billions or trillions of dollars of money. You can invest that kind of money to turn the tables on how we're using energy. Because we're wrecking this planet, man. It's not going to be the same for our kids. 50 to 100 years from now, it's not going to be the same. So we should try to be more responsible and try to influence those who have power to wake the heck up and do the right thing. But, you know, people want to do what they want to do. They're short-sighted. They have their unique vision of what they want to do with their power, and unfortunately, it doesn't always take in the larger picture, right? It's short-sighted. Anyway, that's my soapbox talk for this Sunday. NAMM Sunday, Winter 2020. This is winter here. Check it out. For you people living up in the Great White and other places. Southern California winter, so rough. Okay, I'm gonna keep the other people out of the shot. Anyway, I'm gonna finish my breakfast, so I'm gonna stop talking. But thanks for joining me for breakfast here. I should have done this live, but then I wouldn't be able to eat because then I'd have to like respond to people. Which is cool, man. I mean, what, I've only